When you hear the word wealth, what comes to mind? Skyscrapers in New York? Billionaires in Europe? But what if I told you that some of the richest communities on Earth are hidden deep in Africa? Tribes whose gold, cattle, land, and trade have built dynasties older than most empires. These are not just tribes. They are nations of power, guardians of wealth that the world rarely talks about. Today, we uncover the top 10 richest tribes in Africa, and number 3 will leave you speechless. Africa's story is often told through poverty and struggle, but this is only half the truth. For centuries, African tribes have controlled vast riches, gold mines that fed kingdoms, cattle herds worth millions, and trade routes that shaped empires. Wealth in Africa is not just money, it is land, it is culture, it is power. And today, we take you on a journey across the continent to reveal the tribes whose fortunes remain unmatched. Countdown of the richest tribes 10. The Yoruba, Nigeria. In West Africa lies one of the most influential groups on the continent, the Yoruba of Nigeria. With a population of over 40 million people, they control Nigeria's oil-rich southwest. The Yoruba are not only wealthy in land and natural resources, but also in trade, education, and business. Lagos, Nigeria's economic capital, sits on Yoruba land, and it generates billions of dollars every year. From kings draped in gold beads to modern billionaires in the city, the Yoruba combine ancient culture with modern economic power. 9. The Zulu, South Africa. When you think of South Africa, you think of gold and diamonds. At the heart of this wealth stands the Zulu nation. Known for their warriors, the Zulu are also known for their vast cattle wealth. Cattle here are not just animals, they are banks on 4 legs. The Zulu kingdom controls land, cultural tourism, and influence in South Africa's politics. Their annual ceremonies attract thousands, boosting cultural pride and financial strength. 8. The Himba, Namibia. In the dry lands of Namibia lives the Himba tribe, famous for their red ochre skin and striking traditions. At first glance, they may look isolated, but the Himba are cattle kings of the desert. Their livestock and land hold immense value. Tourists from around the world pay thousands of dollars to witness their way of life, making the Himba one of the most economically unique tribes in Africa. 7. The Fulani, West and Central Africa. Spread across over 10 countries, from Nigeria to Mali and Cameroon, the Fulani are among the most widespread and wealthiest tribes in Africa. They are master cattle herders. A single Fulani family can own herds worth millions. Beyond livestock, Fulani merchants have dominated trade routes for centuries. Their influence is so vast that leaders from this tribe still hold political and economic power across West Africa. 6. The Berbers, North Africa. In the deserts of North Africa, the Berbers built fortunes long before modern nations existed. For centuries, they controlled the trans-Saharan trade, moving gold, salt, ivory, and slaves across the desert. This trade created kingdoms and supplied Europe with riches. Today, Berbers continue to thrive in Morocco, Algeria, and beyond, blending ancient traditions with modern business and tourism. 5. The Hausa, Nigeria and Niger. Back in West Africa, the Hausa are a powerhouse of commerce. Famous for their historic cities like Kano and Zaria, the Hausa built wealth through trade and craftsmanship. Their markets, known as souks, were economic hubs that connected Africa to the Arab world. Even today, Hausa traders control massive industries in textiles, leather, and agriculture, making them one of the wealthiest ethnic groups in the region. 4. The Ashanti, Ghana. Ghana was once called the Gold Coast, and the reason is the Ashanti. This tribe built a kingdom so rich in gold that Europeans rushed to their shores for centuries. The Ashanti king still sits on a golden throne, symbolizing the tribe's lasting wealth. Their gold ornaments, royal festivals, and mining power keep the Ashanti among the most prosperous tribes in Africa. In fact, Ghana remains one of the world's top gold producers today. 3. The Tuareg, Sahara Desert. Draped in flowing blue robes, the Tuareg are called the Blue Men of the Sahara. They are desert traders who once controlled the salt and gold routes across the Sahara. Owning caravans of camels, the Tuareg shaped economies for centuries. Their wealth lies in land, livestock, and hidden mineral resources beneath the Sahara sands. To this day, the Tuareg remain one of the most mysterious and influential groups in North Africa. 2. The Igbo, Nigeria. In southeastern Nigeria lives a tribe nicknamed the Jews of Africa, the Igbo. Known for their unstoppable spirit of enterprise, the Igbo dominate trade and commerce wherever they are found. From bustling markets to global business empires, the Igbo have created vast wealth, both in Africa and in the diaspora. Their belief in hard work, education, and business has turned them into one of Africa's wealthiest and most influential tribes. 1. The Maasai, Kenya, and Tanzania. And finally, the tribe that tops our list, the Maasai of East Africa. To the Maasai, cattle are life. Owning cattle means wealth, respect, and power. Their herds are worth millions of dollars. But beyond livestock, the Maasai own vast lands near some of Africa's most famous national parks. Tourists pay heavily to experience their culture, dances, and traditions. Globally, the Maasai have become symbols of African heritage, turning their culture itself into a source of wealth. From the deserts of the Sahara to the forests of West Africa, these tribes prove that Africa's story is not just about poverty. It is about wealth, pride, and resilience. Riches in Africa are not just measured in money, but in gold, cattle, land, and tradition. Which of these tribes surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to Hidden Realms Africa, and share this video so the world can see Africa's hidden wealth and power.